Today's story I found is called Relf Elf Holiday Detective. Whoa, guys, whoa there, Santa called to his reindeer as they slid along the roof of a tall city building. The reindeer dug in their hooves. Screech! With a spray of icy snow, they stopped at the very edge of the building. Whew, Santa said, climbing out. That was close. Sorry, Santa, Donder said. The lead reindeer apologized. These city rooftops get icy. Are you okay? Fine, Santa replied with a chuckle. Amuse yourselves, and I'll be back in a while. Then we'll set out for our big gift-giving trip around the world. I can't wait. Santa climbed down into the building and found room 1224. The sign on the door said, Melf Elf Holiday Tailor. Santa pushed open the door and was greeted by an elf with a tape measure around his neck. Santa! He cried warmly. Look, everybody, it's the big guy himself. Welcome, welcome. As he did every year, Melf Elf worked on Santa's red suit, making it look like it new again. So, how's things? He asked as he sewed fresh white fur trim onto the sleeve. Not great, Santa sighed. There's too much greed in people's hearts and not enough giving and sharing. It seems as if the true Christmas spirit is lost. The holiday spirit is missing this year, Melf. Missing? Melf cried excitedly. Did you say missing? Yes, Santa replied. Say no more, said Melf. You go right next door to room 1225 and see my nephew, Relf Elf. He's a detective. If it's missing, Relf can find it. He'll find your missing spirit. In room 1225, a small elf sat behind a desk. Hello, sir, said the elf. What a tremendous honor to meet you. Relf Elf, holiday detective at your service. How may I help you? Anything you need, I'm your elf. TV commercials make people think that Christmas is only about toys and gifts. The true spirit is missing, said Santa. I know, cried Elf. Why don't we go up into your sled? Maybe from up high we'll spot some of that spirit. I could send a news crew out to cover it. Set a good example. How much does your detective work cost? Santa asked as they headed towards the roof. For you, sir? Nothing, Relf replied. My pleasure. But as they approached the roof, Santa and Relf froze in horror. Oh no, Santa cried. My reindeer, they're not here! I've heard of hubcaps being stolen from cars, said Relf, but this is ridiculous. We'll look for the holiday spirit later. Right now, we have to find those reindeer or Christmas won't happen this year. Peering over the building's edge, he saw something shiny below. A possible clue, he cried. It took the elevator to the street. It's Blitzen's bell, Santa told Relf as he examined the shining bell. And we found it right by the entrance to the subway, said Relf. Let's go. They hurried onto the crowded subway bus and squeezed in. No reindeer were there. Santa and Relf got off and went back up to the street. On a crowded corner, they found a red flannel blanket. "That's Comet's security blanket," Santa said. "My goodness, how did it get here? I just hope the reindeer are safe and sound. They aren't used to the big city. I've got to find them. If we don't start delivering presents by dark, we'll never get them all delivered by tomorrow." Ralph suggested they search further uptown, but they got stuck in the heavy holiday traffic. "Santa Claus, sir, time is running out. I have a plan," Ralph explained as they left the cab. He led Santa up the steps of a TV studio. Ralph and Santa hurried onto the TV set where a talk show was being filmed. During a commercial break, Santa approached the hostess. "My reindeer are missing. I'm so worried about them. They don't know the city very well. I need help finding them." The hostess put Santa and Ralph on the air. "Santa's reindeer are missing," said the hostess. "Everyone, please help Santa find his reindeer. He needs them." After the show, the hostess took Santa's hand. "I hope that helps you find them, sir," she said.
"Santa, I just had a wonderful idea," cried Ralph. "I think I know where they are. Please come with me."
"Where are we going?" Santa asked hopefully.
"You'll see,"
Ralph said with a big smile. Meanwhile, people all over the city started to search for the reindeer. It was nearly dark when a little girl noticed the electronic sign in Times Square. "Look!" she cried. The moving letters on the bright electronic board flashed a message from Relf Elf. Every radio and TV station in the city announced the same news. "Good news! I found them. Come see for yourselves. The reindeer are at..." Where do you think the reindeer are at? The skating rink at Rockefeller Center. Skating! Donder skated playfully up to Santa. "You said to amuse ourselves. We didn't realize how much time had passed." Relf Elf, who was holding on to Santa for support on the ice, held up the bell and blanket.
"Did you drop these?"
Donder and Blitzen spun in a dizzying circle. "I guess they fell as we flew through the city." Santa laughed happily and placed an arm around Relf. "Fine job. 2 cases solved. You found my reindeer and you found the missing holiday spirit. Look how unselfishly all these people searched. See their happy faces. Now that's holiday spirit." "Time to be off to deliver gifts to all the good girls and boys." Santa climbed onto Donder's back and whistled for the other reindeer. "Thank you, Relf Elf, holiday detective. Cheers and good night." And with that, Santa and his reindeer flew off into the night sky. The people waved and cheered. but none more proudly than Relf Elf, Holiday Detective.